Hi, and welcome to the first in the series of 3 tutorials on data migration to SureDone. In the first video, we will look at the options you have of getting data into SureDone from multiple data sources. The second will represent some tips and tricks on the data migration process. And in the third, we will look at a real-life example of how to migrate data into SureDone. So, let's get started. Data migration to any platform can be a daunting prospect, especially if the data is not complete or clean. The best advice that we can give is to make sure that your data is in as good a condition as it could possibly be, prior to any merge. SKUs should exist for all items. Note, if the SKUs are intelligent, ensure that the format and structure is consistent. Secondly, there should be no duplicates. Third, old or out-of-date data should be purged before any transfer takes place. Finally, data stored on each product should be as accurate and complete as it possibly can be. There are 2 ways that we can load data into SureDone. The first is using the bulk upload. You're probably familiar with this option, and if not, please see our tutorials on bulk processing. The second is to download the data into SureDone directly from the channel. To do this, go to the Settings menu, choose the channel of interest, and navigate to the Import option. Using this feature, you can either download your listings on the channel directly into SureDone, or download the listings on this channel to a CSV file for later processing. So, what is the correct way to bring data into SureDone from multiple sources, which can include channels, other applications, or even data stored on spreadsheets? In order to ensure an error-free transition to SureDone, we recommend that you follow these series of logical steps. To start the process, choose your main channel, for example, your eBay store. Download the listings from that channel directly into SureDone, as described previously, making sure that the File Only option is in the off position in order to create the products directly in SureDone. Please note, do not download more than one channel into SureDone in this way. Doing so will potentially cause confusion as well as duplicate listings. When the import is finished, which can take up to an hour for every 1,000 listings, you'll see all of your products in SureDone. If you're using variations, these will be created automatically for you. So now you have your main channel loaded, you need to look at your other channels. Choose your next channel to migrate. Again, under Settings, go to the desired channel to import the data. However, this time make sure that the File Only option is checked on as a yes. This will create a file that contains all of the data from that channel. But this time, the data only exists in the file. It has not automatically created products within SureDone. You will need to download this file with all the new products. Each of these items now needs to be examined to see if it already exists in SureDone or not. If it doesn't, we need to add the entire product. However, if it does, then we need to update the existing product in SureDone with the additional information from the new channel. We should do this using an Excel spreadsheet and the VLOOKUP function. We'll go through a step-by-step example of this process in a later video. However, for now, just accept that we need to upload 2 files. One that adds the new products to the platform, and one that modifies existing products. When uploading the data, pay attention to these flags. Force should be set as you're changing a channel identifier, such as Amazon SKU. Media URL. This should also be set when you're importing pictures from new items. This option will copy the images from the channel to the SureDone servers, to allow for better retrieval and editing. Skip all channels should also be set, meaning that none of the changes that we are making on SureDone will reflect onto the channels, at least not yet. Finally, when all is done, we need to verify the uploaded data. Pull a report from your seller account on the channel and compare that with the list of products pulled from SureDone to ensure that the migration was successful. If you have multiple channels, you will need to repeat this process once for each channel. However, note that the number of existing products on the platform to check against will increase with each new channel included. So, that's the theory. Please see the next 2 videos in the series. The first looks at the practical difficulties involved in following this process. And finally, we'll look at a full step-by-step example to show how this is done.